All right, everyone. Want to make sure we're on, and we are. What is up, career development professionals? My name is Professor Matthew Gargano. You could also call me Professor G. You can call me Matthew, whatever you're more comfortable with. Most of my students do call me Professor G, but like I said, you have a bunch of options here. This is E242 1CBE, which is competency-based education version of career development. You guys signed up for this particular career development flavor of courses because you wanted the competency-based education module. With this responsibility, much is expected. So you guys got to make sure you get your assignments in. Here's the problem. So competency-based education, obviously, is you're working at your own pace. There are no individual assignment deadlines. However, please make sure you want to read your syllabus because there are certain attendance tracking requirements that you do need to meet. But that being said, there are no individual deadlines. You're working at your own pace, number one. Number two, you're showing what you know. Okay, plain and simple. Where a lot of students mess themselves up is they wait until the last minute and then they run out of time. Right now, I got a big old timer right there. So you're logged into this course. You're watching my course welcome video, which is step one. Step one, watch the welcome video. I got a big old timer. It's starting. It already started. It's counting down. When the course opens, which for you guys is Monday, April 1st. Course opens Monday, April 1st. It closes, boom, like a vault, Friday, June 14th. You must have all your assignments, all 7 deliverables submitted, signed, sealed, and delivered by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, Friday, June 14th. Again, the vault closes. Please don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till the last minute. Turn to yourself and say, self, don't wait till the last minute. I'm telling y'all, procrastination is the biggest #1 enemy for competency-based education courses. Students are like, I got a whole 11 and a half weeks. Look at that timer. It's telling me I got 75 days to do all this stuff, right? Well, that 75 days goes by quick. So I say this to say, pace yourself and be responsible. Here's the other thing. You don't want to be going through the motions to be going through the motions. Otherwise, you're robbing yourself. You're paying money for this course. You're paying good money for this course. Why would you want to rob yourself? That would be like going through the fast food drive-thru, paying your money at window 1, and then zooming right past window food, and the person's like, dude, here's your food, dude. Here's your food? You paid for it. Why are you driving by window 2 without your food? That sounds crazy, right? You're like, I'm going to get my food. I hear you. I love to eat. As an Italian, I love to eat. But here's what I'm trying to say. You paid for the course. Get the meal. You paid for the knowledge that this course has. Just don't go drive by window 2. You paid for the course. Enjoy the menu and the meal of education and learning that this course has set up for you. So don't just go through the motions to get all your stuff in. Actually learn what you need to learn so you can step into the best version of yourself that you can be, especially professionally. You want to be on top of your game in terms of career development professionals. So I say this to say, procrastinator is your #1 enemy for competency-based education. Don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. Can I say that again? Don't procrastinate, because many students do. Underneath here, the video, I have other steps outlined, right? So step 1, you're watching the video, start here, right? Step 2, you want to review the valuable information on really what is competency-based education. There's a link to the student guide below. Step 2 is I want you to review that link that gives you valuable information on competency-based education, okay? So then there's also a lot of information in the link, and there's a brief video. You want to watch that brief video. Then you want to click on the CBE Learning Experience side link that's located in the guide, okay? Because there's a great time management section in there. So all this is in the CBE Competency-Based Education Student Guide. The link is right below here. I got a split screen, so I might be looking crazy where I'm pointing right below here. I got a split screen. I got my camera here. I've got the course set up over here, right below here. You want to click on that student guide. You want to go through that student guide. One of the first things you want to do is you want to watch that brief video. Then you want to click on the learning experience link, and you really want to peruse the time management section. Very, very important. Step 3 is you want to submit your learning plan. The course does not get unlocked until you submit that learning plan. Your learning plan is the key that unlocks the experience of this CBE course. The learning plan is not graded. So that means like, oh, dude, let's just blow it off. No, the learning plan is super duper important. That is your strategy or your roadmap where you thoughtfully write your learning plan so you know how long it should take you to do this course. So you're like, okay, I got 7 deliverables. I got 11.5 weeks, right? So how does that fit into play? Based on your own life, your work balance, your family balance, your school work balance, your school family work balance, all your commitments, all these balls you got juggling in the air, how do you put everything into play where you can reasonably accomplish what you need to accomplish and accomplish it well and learn lots and feast on the wonderful menu of knowledge that is available to you in this course? You're going to do it through the learning plan. That's your key to unlock the course. It's going to help you sit down and really outline and come up with the timetable. And we're going to review it too to make sure that, it looks good. But as soon as you submit it, it unlocks the course. Now, step 4, work hard, have fun, and enjoy the journey of this course. These are all the steps that are outlined right below. That being said, here's the way competency-based, another unique feature of competency-based. You've got 2 faculty members. So y'all get a twofer. You get a 2-for-1. You have me, Professor G, and I am what's called your instructional faculty member. I'm your tour guide. I'm the one who will be doing the live classroom lectures. I'm the one that you go to if you have questions about things. We also have you have an assessment faculty member, Professor W. She's amazing. She's outstanding. I've had the privilege of working with her throughout a number of these past courses. She's phenomenal. If you are ever going to have the best assessment faculty member, it's Professor W. She's amazing. She's the one who's behind the scenes grading all your stuff. That being said, when you submit your stuff, she's grading it. If you have any questions, though, about the grade you got, whatever, you want to email me, and I'll make sure I'm sort of your liaison that goes back and forth. Say liaison. I'll make sure y'all are paying attention. So that being said, that's kind of a little bit of the way the CBE works. I also want you to know that we will have a series of 3 live classroom lectures, okay? And that's in the course calendar. Now, you do not have to attend the live classroom lectures in real time. I realize part of the CBE is you get to work at your own pace, learn at your own pace, all that good stuff. So let not your heart be troubled. I record 2 of the 3 weekly live classroom lectures, okay? Why do I say 2 of the 3? Let me break it down a little bit. Mondays, and it's in the calendar, Mondays 10:30 to 11:30. I'm actually going to do the first 3 Mondays is going to be about interview best practices. So that'll be an awesome series for you guys. It should be the first 3 Mondays. Tuesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is all Central Standard Time, and it's in the calendar. I'm actually going to spend each week on your weekly deliverable. I'm going to spend, in other words, week 1, I'm going to spend on lesson 1 and then on deliverable 1. So whatever I don't finish in a Tuesday, I will follow over to the following Tuesday. Does that make sense? Now, Wednesdays, I'm not recording. So Mondays are recorded, Tuesdays are recording. So you don't have to attend in real time. Like I said, I record the live classroom lectures. It doesn't matter to me if I got 0 students or I got 1 million students in the class. It's all gravy. I'm going to rock and roll the same way, whether I have 0 students or 1 million students. I'm going to do the live classroom lectures. They're recorded, and then I post the link in the course announcements. So you guys will have the links available to you with a little brief description so you'll know what's going on. So again, you do not have to attend in real time. You'll have the recorded links. Now, Wednesday is the only live classroom lecture that I do not record. Why? Because that is what I call Professor G Live. I've got my live classroom up and open. I'm there. I'm working on stuff, but that is your time, real time, to come during that time and ask me any questions you want about the course, career development, anything either directly or indirectly related to career development, assignment questions, deliverable questions, that type of stuff. So obviously, I don't record the Wednesdays because that's, I don't want students to be like, I'm being recorded, checking in. So Wednesdays, I do not record. So let's review. Mondays and Tuesdays are recorded. You don't have to be there. The first 3 Mondays, I'm doing a special best interview practices. Tuesdays, I'm starting with each weekly lessons and then deliverables. After the 3rd Monday, then I'll break down and we'll continue with the lesson and deliverables. But I'll give you the content. So your live classroom lectures, again, the first 3 Mondays will be best interview practices 1 through 3. Then you'll also have each weekly lesson, deliverables 1 through 7, and then obviously Wednesdays are not recorded because that's Professor G Live. You have 7 deliverables that are due by the end of this course, 11.5 weeks. So again, don't wait till the last minute. Very important. The other thing I will tell you is you've got the course wall. So if you want to ask any questions that are public, you could always email me one-on-one, but any public general course questions you can post to the wall. I check the wall regularly. I check the wall daily, except for, and I put this in my instructor block, so make sure you also scroll and you look at the instructor info block. It's got my office hours, phone number, email, and availability. I am not available from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So if you have any pressing questions, get them in before Friday. I try to check my email and voicemail, probably 4 or 5 o'clock, in the evening, depending on, certain times of the year. It's getting lighter now, so a little later. But Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, I am out of pocket, meaning I am not checking voice. I am not checking email. I am not online. That is my time for my time. So other than that, I'm usually online every day, 6 days a week. I'm allowed to be off 2 days, but generally, other than that Friday to Saturday, I'm usually online and checking 6 days a week. So that being said, check those course announcements for the live classroom lecture links when I post the recorded live classroom links. When I post them. Also, course wall is for you. Make sure you also go through your modules, and very important is your welcome module. I'm trying to scroll down there now because you've got the course syllabus. And so really, when you look at welcome, right? When you look at your welcome, which is important, it goes through the course structure in more detail. It goes through the module structure in detail. And the syllabus is really, really important. You want to read that syllabus. It talks about the course requirements. Because it's competency-based, you're rated based on whether, you're competent mastery. You don't want to be, below a 2 which is considered competent. So on your deliverables, that's what they're called, deliverables, you need to score at least a 2, which you've demonstrated that you're competent in that particular area. That being said, you have a maximum of 3 times per deliverable. So if you score below a 2, you got to have at least a 2. Again, Professor W is amazing at feedback, but you want to go through those rubrics. There's a reason for the rubrics there. The rubrics, the folks who put the rubrics together did an amazing job building those rubrics. Go through the rubrics. Every deliverable has a rubric. It tells you step by step what you need to do to hit it. I use the rubrics to go through with the live classroom lectures, but if you fall below a 2, Professor W does an amazing job at giving you specific feedback on how to improve that grade. So whether your goal is to get a 2, if you fell below a 2, or you want to get all the way up to mastery, you've got up to 3 times to submit. What I do ask you to do is, if you resubmit an attempt and your attempt is not available, you email me and ask me to have the attempt unlocked, and I'll email Professor W and she'll unlock the attempt. Again, there's first week attendance and attendance requirements. So again, you got to read that syllabus. As far as grading, now those little self-assessments are not part of your grade. But I'll tell you, those self-assessments are so incredibly important. And that's why they're called self-assessments. I actually use a lot of the self-assessments as talking points for the live classroom lectures. Your live classroom lectures are only count as 1% per session for a total of 6%. So you're probably like, dude, I don't have to watch them. Yeah, you do. Because it's not about the 1% per session or the 6%. I spend a lot of time giving you guys a lot of extra valuable resources and information, not only to be an amazing career development professional, but also to help you do really, really well on your deliverables. But the most important part of this course are your deliverables. Deliverables 1 through 6 count as 66% of your grade. That's huge, folks. 11% per deliverable. Deliverable 7 is 28%. So really, really important. There's the grading scale. Again, you need at least a 2, which is competent, a 3 is proficient, and a 4, which is the highest you can get, is mastery. On that note, try to keep it under 20 minutes. I think I covered it all. Let me go back here, make sure. You got your step 1, which you're doing. Underneath here, you've got your steps 2, 3, and 4. Which includes your learning plan. You've got your course wall that I've covered. You've got your course announcements I've covered. The course calendar, which again shows the beginning date, the ending date of the course, the live classroom sessions. I covered all of that. So you guys should be good to go. You guys should be rocking and rolling. Again, my name is Professor Matthew Gargano, aka Professor G. I look forward to working with you guys over these 11.5 weeks. Feel free to call on me. Be excited, be encouraged, and be awesome. Peace out, y'all.